Happy New Year, everyone. Today is January 1st, 2021. I would like to wish you and your family for healthy and happy life for many more years to come. Today, I would like to share my DIY design of speaker cables that I made. This is one of my favorite cable because bass performance, mid-range is significantly better than the many cables that I use. And if you compare this to W3104 by Mogami, Mogami may have a little bit more clearer sound signature, a little bit more resolution compared to this, but this one is overall really good balance, very clean neutral sound with really good bass performance. That's why I like this. Probably this is my favorite cable compared to even Mogami W3104. And also these cables are the Canare 4S11 cables are made in Japan and better than many cables that you can buy in the market today, because those are really high purity copper conductors that really are nicely designed, and they have a lot of experience, supplying to pro audio companies and pro audio sound reproduction. And so in this video you will see how I make these cables and what materials that I use. So this is a cable that I really love, and I just want to share with you guys. So enjoy. These are the basics tools and material that you need. Of course, this Canary 4S11 speaker cable. This is a 17 feet long, and I'm gonna cut it in half. I usually buy. My intention was an 8-foot long speaker cables, but usually I buy a foot longer than the what I need, just in case if I need to trim it or adjust the length. Banana plugs that I'm using here is the Viborg audio banana plugs. They are very good quality gold-plated banana plugs and very affordably priced, and it even come with the shrink tubing, so it saves you some money. For the outer layer of a protection, I'm using this LX Tech braided protection. This one is not pure nylon. These are made of plastic, but this is the affordable budget version. So they work really good. Only thing that we need to be careful when you cut it. As soon as you cut it, just burn it with the lighter. And this shrink tubing that going to contain these tech flags, the braided sheathing, is this heavy duty, heavy wall, commercial grade shrink tubing. You can use regular thinner walls, it will totally works fine. This is what I have, so that's what I'm going to use. This is electric tape, and this is my wire stripper. This is cutter, and these are optional. You don't have to use these. I like to cover all my wires, so I'm going to use one of these. And next thing is the heat gun. Heat gun is also optional, because if you don't have the heat gun, you can always use this kind of the lighter or even hair dryer to shrink it. So these are all basic tools that you need. You may also need a razor blade. That's it. Let's get it started. So when you strip the outer jacket, I like to have it around like 6 inches on the amplifier side. I like to have 8 or 10 inches on the speaker side. So that way you have room to play. It's just about 6 inches on amplifier end. It's all optional. You can do any length that you like. This is just my preference. Be careful, you don't want to cut through the outer jackets of the conductors or inner jackets of the conductors. After this, you just need to pull it out like this, and these are Teflon, these are insulation. So if you look at it here, these 4 conductors are twisted together in star cord position. So this is red and white is together, and you will see white and pink, or clear and pink, is twisted together. So that way you keep the original twisting position without changing much. So this is pink and clear, red and white. So red and white gonna be on my right channel, pink and clear gonna be on my left channel. So let's trim this out, and we can slide the outer protection in. Oh, before that we have to do the speaker side. Speaker side, let's do 8 inches. As you will see here, this is the different in length. That is my preference. And also on this side, the same thing. We're gonna use same configuration. So this is it. This is the speaker end. This is the amplifier end. And I forgot to mention, you need a little bit of this painter's tape because you have to put them back together so we can slide onto this. So don't cut this sheathing before you know the exact length, because it's gonna be, because this gonna be expanding, so it's gonna be hard to adjust after you cut it. So I will have all the sizes that I use in the video and video description. So this is very simple. You just keep on sliding them in. So I'm almost to the end of the other side of the cable. So this is the time when you take the measurement to cut this thing, because you don't want to cut it too short and you don't want to cut it too long. So in my case, so I only have like 3-4 inches, probably like 3 inches to go. This gonna expand a little bit, so I will be cutting it around this area. So now I'm gonna burn it a little bit, so that way. All right, so let's get the thing out. So right now what you can do is you can electric tape it here, so that way it will stop them from fraying, but I'm not gonna do it yet. I'm gonna be using these kind of jackets, and I'm gonna be stripping these wires. So I'm gonna just do the temporary fix, the electric tape, the painter's tape. So it's gonna stay there for now, and then I'm gonna have to trim this. Right, so let's start with the one end. It's gonna be very simple and straightforward. So just take this one up. This one is a little bit bigger than you want to use, but this is what I have right now. So usually I will leave like something like this. So like 1 inch for this end to strip the wires, or something like this. This length will be very good. These are, by the way, these are mylar, that's what they call it. These are left over from my other cables that I made. So it's been a while. There you go. So you got 4 pieces for this amplifier end. So now what you do is just slide them in. Oh, before that, just twist your cable if you want. Usually I like a relaxed twist, not a lot, not crazy twist. Slide them on. Then you can twist it like this. You see, if you twist it like this, then it will give you the inside wires, so which make it really nice. After you got them on, what you can do is strip the wires, or maybe like an inch will be great, because you have to twist it. Make sure you choose your 14 gauge one. Just leave it there. So After we taped and after we shrink on this end, we're gonna pull those out and we put the banana plugs on. So let's do this end on the same thing. Let's get this out. And you want to have like 2 inches in this joint area, so that way these won't move around and it will give you really strong bonding together with this sheathing and this sheathing. Just pull them tight together, that way it won't move around easily. Then you can twist it like this. We can tape it here again. After that, we have to slide this in. Usually I like to use around like 2 inches of electric tape, so that way it will go around all these conductors. So by the way, the electric tape itself is not touching the conductors. It's only on the jacket. I'm just using them as the retainer. Now we're gonna have to do it on this end. So now it's start fraying, so you want to do it quickly as you can. Now I cut this end. Now I have to twist it and do it on this side. Now we got it. That's it. Now what you do is we have to cut these. So I'm gonna be cutting, 2 inches. So this gonna be like this. So it will cover completely. So let's slide this on. There you go. Now we got it on. So what you do is slide all the way back and then I push this one towards the end. Then those will cover. There you go. So you want to overlap it a little bit before you shrink it down. So when it's end, so this is gonna be look like this at the final. We are almost to the finishing stages. As you will see here, this is the electric tape that I just taped on, and this is the outer sheath, braided sheathing that use it for protection. This is the heat shrink tubing that I will be shrinking it down right here. So when I shrink it down, this thing gonna be overlapped like 1/2 inch or so on over the electric tape. That's how I'm going to shrink it down. So, but before that, we want to mount these banana plugs. And the one that come with the banana plugs, these shrink tubing, these are regular standard wall, not like these. So these are easier to handle. So after you mount these banana plugs, you can slide these shrink tubing on, or you can put it inside before you put the banana plugs on. So it's up to you. So let's get this going. Just remove these. So when you strip in the wire, you want to be careful not to break these conductors. These are very fine copper conductors. So after you strip it, you want to twist it. I am not going to be using these outer housing because I just don't want to add that additional resistance to the cable. This is the metal housing. So this is simply just adding the additional resistance to your cable. So these are I'm not going to use. This one just use a flathead screwdriver. So it depends on what kind of a banana plugs you use. These gonna plug in really tight. So you want to mount it like this and then tied it down on the far end. When you're doing that, this thing gonna move around a little bit. Don't worry about it. You can readjust it later like this. So you want to do the final tightening because we are going to shrink it down for final assembly. So this end is for the white. So let's plug it in. this is gonna go on like this. I just like to have it around here. So let's shrink it down. So left channel is done. This is going to be how it look, and let's work on the right channel. After that, we can shrink down the this joint. So same thing after you strip the conductors, just twist them like this, and then mount it on and screw it down really tight. So I really like this kind of a BFA type banana plugs because they will goes in really tightly, securely, and they will not easily come out of your binding post. So don't worry about the positioning. You can adjust it later. Let's put the right side shrink tubing on. Let me make sure it's tight enough. So that's right there. This is how it goes. And then adjust the position a little bit here. Before you do this area, you want to massage the cable like this, so that way everything will comes out and stretch out and everything will fit nice and tight. Just massage them and then slide this on. Now we're set. We're gonna shrink this down, then that will be final stage. And what you want to do is, if you're using this kind of a very thick wall, you just roll it with something like this, because it will bond it to the outer layer of these sheathing. So that's it. That is final on this is the on the speaker end. So I'm gonna work on the amplifier end. All right, this is on the red side or right channel. So let's get this on. So that's it. This is how I look. Then we're gonna work on this area and we are almost done. So each cable will take like 30 minutes. As you see here, we are all set. These are the one that we just built. So it looks pretty nice. So this is it. This is the final product. It looks pretty decent, very nice and strong connection with the using this kind of BFA type banana plugs, and this will last you a very long time. So this is one of the most neutral and natural sounding cable with very good mid-range, natural highs, and very good bass performance. So I will let you hear it if you are interested. So thank you for watching and happy listening.
Mona Lisa, Mona Lisa, men have named you. You're so like the lady with a mystic smile. Is it only 'cause you're lonely they have blamed you for that Mona Lisa strangeness in her smile? Do you smile to tempt a lover, Mona Lisa? Or is this your way to hide a broken heart? Many dreams have been brought to your doorstep. They just lie there and they die there. Are you warm? Are you real, Mona Lisa? Or just a cold and lonely, lovely work of art? Many dreams have been brought to your doorstep, but they just lie there and they die there. Are you warm? Are you real, Mona Lisa? Or just a cold and lonely, lovely work of art? Are you warm? Are you real, Mona Lisa? Or just a cold and lonely, lovely work of art?